Clash of the Titans, Nick Walker versus Samson Dauda, a battle beyond muscle. Bodybuilding is a sport, but at its highest level, it ceases to feel like competition. It becomes theater, mythology, and a raw collision of forces that seem larger than life. Nowhere is this more evident than in the unfolding saga of two modern monsters, Nick the Mutant, Walker, and Samson, the Nigerian lion, Dauda. These are not ordinary athletes. They are shockwaves personified, walking paradoxes of beauty and brutality, creatures who make the human form look almost alien. When they stand under the lights, the stage trembles, the audience gasps, and the bodybuilding world realizes it is witnessing something beyond flesh. Nick Walker, the living weapon. Nick Walker doesn't just build muscle, he forges armor. His body looks like it was designed not by nature, but by some dark laboratory experiment gone right. Every fiber of his physique screams density and defiance. Boulder shoulders that seem to grind against the limits of skin, arms so swollen they look ready to burst, and a midsection carved like reinforced steel. They call him the Mutant for a reason. His presence is not natural, it's unnerving. When he flexes, the air grows heavy, as if gravity itself bends under his mass. His vascularity is grotesque, yet mesmerizing. Rivers of blood rushing through veins that look like cables wrapped around machinery. But Nick is not just shocking because of his size. He's shocking because of his hunger. His approach to bodybuilding is not artistic, it's predatory. He doesn't pose, he attacks. He doesn't present his physique, he unleashes it. Each time he steps on stage, it feels like a declaration of war. Second place is not an option, because to Walker, anything less than victory is annihilation. Samson Dauda, the lion that rules. If Walker is the weapon, then Samson Dauda is the crown. Nick brings raw power, but Samson brings something equally terrifying. Mass sculpted into majesty. When Dauda spreads his lats, the crowd doesn't just see width, they see a throne being built before their eyes. The nickname, the Nigerian lion, is not a gimmick. It is truth embodied. Samson moves like a predator in full control, every step deliberate, every pose radiating dominance. Unlike Walker's blunt force, Samson's physique flows like a symphony, sweeping quads, full chest, wide shoulders tapering into a wasp-tight waist. He is the embodiment of balance at a scale that should not even be possible. When the lights hit him, Samson doesn't just show muscle, he shows artistry. The lines, the fullness, the symmetry, they tell a story of patience, discipline, and inevitability. Yet behind that grace lies ferocity. His smile might disarm, but his flex roars like thunder. The collision, freak versus flow. Now imagine them side by side under the Olympia spotlight. The atmosphere shifts from excitement to electricity, from cheers to gasps. It's no longer a bodybuilding contest. It's a confrontation between two ideologies. On one side stands Nick Walker, dense, grainy, a living fortress. On the other stands Samson Dauda, sweeping, majestic, a lion ready to pounce. The stage becomes a battlefield where every pose is a weapon. Nick slams into his shots with aggression, veins popping, muscles tearing at the seams of possibility. The audience feels the violence in his flex, as though each movement is meant to crush rivals into dust. Samson counters not with rage, but with command. His transitions glide like a predator circling its prey. His side chest doesn't just show size, it shows control, elegance backed by unstoppable force. It is shocking because they are so different, yet equally terrifying. Walker represents the unnatural extreme of density. Dauda represents the beautiful extreme of proportion. One is chaos, the other is order. Together, they form a rivalry that doesn't just entertain, it shakes the foundation of what bodybuilding means. Beyond competition, a myth in motion. For the fans, the question is agonizing. Who defines perfection? Is it the freakish, jaw-dropping density of Nick Walker, The kind of physique that looks almost too real to exist? Or is it the majestic sweep and flow of Samson Dauda, a body that merges mass with artistry in a way few ever thought possible? Judges tally scores, fans scream until their voices break, analysts debate symmetry versus freak factor. But beneath it all lies the undeniable truth. This is not just bodybuilding anymore. It is theater of gods. Walker shocks because he shows us the ugly side of greatness, the sacrifice, the freakish extremes, the raw defiance of biology. Dauda shocks because he shows us the beautiful side of greatness, the harmony of power and aesthetics, the lion who conquers without chaos. Together, they remind us that bodybuilding is not about muscles alone. It is about legacy. The future, written in iron. As the dust settles after each face-off, one thing becomes clear. This rivalry is not temporary. It is the defining story of an era. Walker will keep coming, harder, denser, scarier. Dauda will keep growing, fuller, more regal, more untouchable. Each time they meet, the crowd will hold its breath, knowing they are watching more than sport. They are watching a myth unfold. Because someday, decades from now, when fans talk about the golden clashes of bodybuilding history, they won't just mention Mick Walker and Samson Dauda. They will whisper their names like legends. They will recall the shock, the awe, the electricity of two titans who made the human body look like something forged in another realm. And when the final lights fade, when the trophies gather dust, the story of Walker and Dauda will remain, a tale not of muscle, but of immortality.